dog! I was standing alone. The entire classroom was filled with laughter and chatter, but I stood in the midst of it, quiet and alone. It was strange to see the whole world pass in front of me with such vibrancy all while I stood there. On the plus side, I wasn't engaged in any of the drama that might have arisen, like scribbling on someone's paper for revenge or kicking someone too hard. It was kind of nice, just standing back and watching things pass by and life go on. I had long before convinced myself that I preferred being alone. I often said to myself in encouragement, yeah, I want to be alone. There's no one I like better than me, so I ought to spend more time with myself. This is gonna get weird, isn't it? Okay. But there was a certain bitterness that, coupled with being alone, made me feel so sad. There was a difference between being alone and lonely. I just didn't realize it at that moment. And even after that moment, my father, my mother, there was no one to turn to. I was so lonely. That's when I decided on it right then. I was gonna see my grandfather. I didn't care if my father wouldn't take me. I was going to walk my way over there and see what he had to say about it. I had never seen him before that. What better time to see him then? Okay, I'm just gonna do a little rewrite. I had never met him before that. What better time to see him then? If no one else was going to help me with what I was feeling, I might as well have turned to him. So after school, I decided to walk there. I had no idea how to get there, and I was armed with only a scrap of paper with the address scribbled on it. As a 7-year-old, I obviously had great ideas. You're gonna get attacked by a person and just gonna go all karate ninja with them with the crayons. I soon became lost. And, like I always did when I felt lost, I just stood there on the sidewalk, back pressed up against the wall, and eyes looking at the strangers passing by. And, like always, people continued to pass by, and life continued to go on. I was sadder than ever. I had ended up in the situation I was originally in. Nothing had changed. I thought that I was silly for even thinking that I could change things with my own hands, as little as they were at the time. She was probably so adorable as a kid. I mean, can you imagine like a teeny tiny cheapy version of our little selves? Probably adorable. That was until a voice brought me back to reality.
Hun, is that you?
I guess. I looked up and saw an unfamiliar face, but it was obvious that whoever was talking to me knew who I was. From that moment, things began to change. Life began moving its rusty joints, and I realized that things were moving along. Suddenly, I had become part of the crowd that moved like a blur past me. I was no longer someone who stood still and watched others hurry past me. Life had changed. I had changed. Because the very person who found me that day was my grandfather. Okay, that's a little predictable, but it's okay. We're all chill here. I had the opportunity to help them. Though, would I? I wanted to, but I wasn't sure if that was the best idea. After all, 5 demons in my house wasn't exactly the living arrangement that I had imagined when I first moved in. Yeah. There was the matter of making sure no one found out about about their powers. Well, that would have been an interesting situation. There was that matter of making sure that no one else found about my own secret powers. Because I am a wizard. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Be serious face. There was the matter of making sure no one found out about their powers. Thinking about them as lab rats made my stomach queasy. And even if they passed for humans, how would I explain having guys living in my house? Imagine if my friends came over. They would practically think I was part of a harem or something. Or maybe even a reverse harem. Oh. Definitely not what's going on right now. Oh lordy. Imagine if my parents came over. I think my mom would faint. Oh my. No. Who knows what my dad would do? I think he would have them arrested on the spot. And then... Ugh. This is so hard. Maybe I should have written out a pros and cons list before actually having to make the decision.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide. Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
Thank you, haunted grandfather. It was strange that I happened to remember what my grandfather said to me when I was little, but it did kind of make sense. That's what your brain does, sweetheart. They weren't in the same exact situation that I was in before, but I did want to help them out. I think it would ease my conscience and also make me maybe a bit happy to give them help, as weird as that sounded. Clenching my hands into fists, I straightened my resolve to speak up. Well, you could...
What was that, lovely lady?
I have to turn the volume down. That is, you could...
Spit it out already.
You could stay with me here if you'd like that. But only if you'd like. As soon as I had finished my sentence, the room became still. I'm not sure what went through their heads from my words. The silence in the air cut like a knife until I finally spoke up once more. It just seemed like you all needed a place to stay, and, well, I just moved into this giant house, so it seemed like it had made sense, and I'm stupid. I'm sorry. You don't have to stay here if you don't want to. You can just go away. I mean, I'm okay with that. It was still quiet in the room. I decided to keep talking. If you would like to stay here, though, there are two things that I need all of you to follow. Like, if you're gonna stay, there's gotta be some groundwork, you know? Like, you can't just stay here.
Yes?
Well, first of all, you can't use your powers or deliberately do something that might harm me or any guest that comes over. Well, save for enemies, but, you know, you get the drift. Enemies is fair game. Me, my friends, no. Please don't seduce them or read their minds or whatever else the fuck you guys can do.
That sounds reasonable.
You said something. For the first time in this scene, you have said something. Good. I missed your voice. Second, you have to help me with any errands around the house. This place is kind of big, so... yeah, I'm thinking I might need some help. And... yeah. Hey, it's cheaper than rent, okay? I'm not making you guys pay rent. Just please do some chores.
That is a generous offer, miss. Are you sure that would be okay? We don't wish to burden you any more than we already have.
It's alright, really. I mean, I just started living here myself, so I would really appreciate help around the house and, you know, to not be lonely and go stir crazy and hear noises in the middle of the night that I think are probably robbers. Not to mention the ghosts. Did my computer just freeze? Okay, good.
A wonderful idea. We'll live here and train while helping you with the house. Servants for the lovely princess.
Sam's face. Oh my gosh. I just can't with faces.
What? Are you serious?
Shh, be quiet, Sam. I haven't slept in a bed for days.
Huh? He has such a cute laugh. They all seem to like the idea, except for Sam. And hey, I didn't really hate the idea either, even if they were incubi. And I did bring it up, so, yeah. I mean, that's cool. We can be cool here. We can be cool, right? 1 girl, 5 guys? We can be cool. I mean, yeah. We can be cool. It would be interesting having 5 guys helping me with taking care of the house, given they would follow the rules that I had obviously just laid down.
Grr, fine, but we're not staying here forever. Only until we can beat up that group of punks.
He's so angry. I don't get it. And I don't think I want to get it. Like, I just want to leave him alone. I don't even care.
I think that is a reasonable time limit for our stay.
Yes, this is awesome.
Also beautiful. If you need a bedfellow.
Of course. No thank you. I'm good. I don't particularly need any particular snuggles and stuff, but if I do, I know who to ask.
Eric, knock it off.
I was happy that they agreed. Maybe it wasn't because I wasn't going to be lonely for a while. Maybe it was because they all needed help and my want to help people was fulfilled. I would never be quite sure.
So what are we waiting for? Let's celebrate and dig in.
That's right, the food is getting cold. I'm hungry.
Finally, I'm starving.
Okay, alright. Instantly, Matthew and Sam began to stuff themselves with the food on the table. I noticed James' eye twitching in irritation, so I stifled my incoming laugh.
Really, you two? You're both acting like pigs.
How long have these guys known that they were brothers? 'Cause, like, if you grow up with people that are your siblings, generally you handle things at least a little bit better. I mean, I should think so anyway. But, like, did they just find out, like, last week that they were all brothers or something? I don't know.
Oh, let them have a little freedom, James. It's not like we've eaten recently either. I'm sure they've been starving.
Here's what I want to know. If they're incubi and they feed off sexual energy, why do they need to eat? Like, is it just to maintain their human form or something?
Still, that's no excuse for stuffing their faces like backyard swine.
Backyard swine. Writing that down in my list of insults. I almost couldn't hold it in. I mean, I was bursting at the seams by now. Oh, so I didn't, so then, but I did. I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna hold it in. Wait. I'm confused. I almost couldn't hold it in. So I didn't would mean that I probably burst out with laughter, and I don't want that. So then, something else. I come up with a retort or something. But I did means I held it in. Let's go with the middle one. Ah! Yes! That couldn't have gone better. Okay. I looked back at Damien, who'd been silent the whole time. He was leaning against the far wall, moving his lips almost silently to the empty space beside him. Out of curiosity, I looked the same way, though I found nothing there. He's probably talking to the squirrel.
It's nothing.
Bullshit. It's something. You know it's something. Huh? What? I looked back to see Damon looking at me with his normal blank face. I couldn't help but stare back, feeling the red tint of embarrassment spreading across my face. As I stared, Damon gave a very small smile and closed his eyes, returning to his thoughts. Hey, how come you aren't eating? No, I don't need to know these things. Eventually, we all ate dinner together. It was strange eating with just guys, but they were enjoyable to be around. They made me feel like a part of their family as we ate together. However, our peace was soon disturbed. Of course it was. They're so pissed. Huh? It's my mom. Excuse me for a second while I change my ringtone. Okay, I'll be right back. Hold on. Hello?
Hey, honey, how are you? I'm sorry I didn't get to see you off.
Hi, Mom. Everything's fine. I'm actually eating dinner right now.
Oh, good. So there was food there. Well, your father wanted me to call and talk to you about having a house party tomorrow night to celebrate the new house and all.
Oh, shit. No. A house party? Tomorrow night? So soon?
Your father insists. You know how he is with events.
I knew exactly what she meant. He didn't like long, relaxing periods between important events. It was slightly messed up. He was slightly messed up. Everything is slightly messed up. I was expected to act on the drop of a dime, from moving immediately the day after a funeral to my grandfather's house to now organizing a party. I mean, what's with this guy? He just can't. He just doesn't understand that these things require the correct social spacing. I know, well, since I don't exactly have you two here to help me arrange it, I'm gonna need some time to prepare things and hide, Incubi, boys.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, Suzu and Naomi can help. I have work, and you know how your father is.
I know. I have to do it myself. He won't help. Even though he demands that it happen, he won't help. I mean, what the actual fuck? Maybe I'll throw the party and not invite you. I mean, damn. Damn, son.
I'm sure it'll be amazing, honey. I have faith in you.
Thank you, Mom, for being the only supportive one.
All right, I gotta go. I love you.
I love you too, Mom. Great. Now how am I gonna do this?
Is something
Yes.
wrong?
Quite apparently something is very, very wrong.
She has to organize a house party for her parents.
Okay, he sounded so smug, and like, he was so smug, and he just read my mind, and it's so dumb. I can't right now. Hi, how did you... Oh, right, mind reading thing. Stay out of my head, please. He's so adorable. But yeah, I gotta do it soon or my parents will be really disappointed. I'll have to stay up and organize everything tonight.
Hey, why don't we help you? That's what we're here for, right?
I suppose so, Matthew.
I don't see why not.
I can name a few reasons why we shouldn't.
Always the Debbie Downer, Sam.
Sam?
Back off.
We'll take care of everything, miss. Just leave everything to us.
I don't... That sounds dangerous, leaving things to you guys. I mean... sure the dinner turned out fine, but... I don't know. No. That was surprising. I didn't think the boys would offer help right off the bat. I mean... Yeah. I couldn't help but smile. I was actually rather thankful now that I had let them stay. Now I didn't have to do everything alone. As I kept thinking about it, I couldn't help but yawn. For some strange reason.
Feeling a little tired over there, Princess?
Quite possibly. You know how the headaches get? You just kind of can't anymore. Yeah, ha ha ha. It's been a long day. At least tomorrow's the weekend, so I can sleep in. Woot 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 woot. Then it hit me. Wait, where are all of you going to sleep? I mean, this is not a gigantic manor that I just moved into. But, where are you guys going to sleep? I mean, you're not going to sleep in my bedroom. None of you are. I don't want that. I mean, I'm not into that just yet. Like, but it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen.
We found some guest rooms on the opposite end of the house from the master bedroom. I'm sure those will do just fine.
Thank you, Kiyoya, for at least following social protocol and finding bedrooms on the other side of the house from mine. Thank you. Got it. Okay. I'm headed to my room to study and sleep. I guess I'll, see you tomorrow, maybe? Yeah, okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good night.
I will. You too. Stay out of trouble. With that, I left the dining room and went to my room.
Eric, no.
Eric, no. Eric, no.
What? I wasn't going to do anything.
I can't. Okay. Alright. Yes, he was. I love it. I love it here. It's awesome. Equitations! This went places really quickly. This needs to stop going places so quickly.
And what are you gonna do, nerd boy?
Nerd boy! Oh my gosh! That was so hurtful! When you caught drift that that my thoughts went all hunky-dory. Or wonky. I don't know. I tried.